Oh, are you ready?
I don't think it'll distort this. I honestly don't think it'll distort the sound at all. Does it look stupid?
No.
Or should I just put it back on my wrist?
I think you can be creative and you can do whatever you want to do.
I think it kind of looks tacky as fuck.
Well, I mean, it represents your drag.
Fair. Okay. Perfect.
So, hi, I'm Jimmy Anti.
And I'm Dagan Michelle. Dagan
Dagan
and
and
Jimmy
Jimmy.
are in the green room.
Da-
Hi, I'm Dagan Michelle.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Anti.
And-
Dagan and Jimmy are in the green room.
We literally never get it.
No, and I don't think we will, and I think that's fine.
It's Dagan and Jimmy in the green room.
Dagan and Jimmy are featuring. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
You look like you don't have anything on under that sheer black fabric.
Yeah, I'm completely nude underneath the sheer nude black fabric today. How are you doing, Jimmy? How are you today, Jimmy? How are you, Jimmy?
You know, I have been better, but yeah, I really can't complain. I'm wearing this Lux Queen original.
Period.
Right
It
now.
looks very fun.
Yeah, it's pinned together, but
Party City got an upgrade.
Yeah, it looks sickening from the front. I'll tell you what.
Where did you get this hair? I've never seen it before.
That's funny. If you're just listening to this, I'm wearing the green bangs that I wear all the fucking time.
Period.
And she's a Webster girl. She wears a Webster wig. Do you like Webster wigs?
I have two. They're great.
Did you buy them or did you steal them from someone else?
Someone bought them for me. An old man bought them for me with his
okay.
card that I used. Yeah, when he gave me his card.
But he consent. You didn't steal anything. It was all consensual.
It was consensual.
Right.
I mean, the scam was
Allegedly?
consensual. What was alleged? What? What was alleged? I'm like, no,
know.
it happened.
Right. You have
It's
the wigs
alleged.
to prove.
Yes, I have the wigs to prove it. One is a mess that I braided and steamed, and I think I put
that is like a thing. Like you always think you're gonna braid and steam a wig, and you're gonna unbraid it, or you're gonna.
And I'm gonna
like,
love it.
It's just gonna become. But has it ever worked out to have a synthetic?
No, because I'm not like teasing it into something big and fun. I want
Right. You want a gorgeous human hair crimped, like shiny.
Right.
Like, yeah, and then it's plastic that you braided and steamed.
Like if I were gonna braid it like that and then like tease it out and then put it up, like it would be great.
But you're
Like
never gonna put that much work into a
Xtina.
synthetic wig.
Moulin Rouge, what's that song?
The first wig, though, the one that I'm
on.
talking about,
Oh, God.
years ago, you ratted it long blonde, Charisma,
Yeah.
which the drag queens who were Amazon drag queens back in 2017 will know Charisma. She was the wig seller on Amazon before the wig famine of 2020. But you had this one long blonde wig that you like braided and soaked full of hairspray, and it was ruined.
It literally was ruined.
Okay. What are we talking about today?
School.
School. Baby, I'll school you.
Oh, baby, I've been schooled.
What is your earliest memory in elementary school or like preschool? What's like the first thing you remember where you were in a school setting?
I remember literally my cousin Lakin, love you. Shout out to my cousin Lakin.
Hey, Lakin.
I remember us going into kindergarten together.
Okay. Like same class and everything?
Yes, like starting kindergarten together. Like, oh, fun. Like, I'm starting school with my cousin. Like, we're best friends. Like, we're starting school together. This bitch, our moms like drop us off, okay? Like in the classroom, like, bye, have a good day. And then they like walk out. Those doors shut. Lakin literally loses her shit, and I have never disowned a family member so fast.
You were like,
I did
don't
not know her.
I don't know her.
I did not know her.
Like losing her shit. Like she was just crying or
yeah,
screaming
like she was devastated that school was happening.
And you're like, damn, bitch, be cool.
I was like, I'm used to my mom leaving me, so
okay.
I was like, "Word, get out of here!"
Right.
I want to learn how to spell grape.
Right.
Or, I mean,
come on.
not grape, purple. When you would like, that's like my earliest memory of school is like, I used to love that, or like nap time. Ooh. Oh my god!
I have this memory.
Why isn't that a thing?
From kindergarten nap time, right? Where we got our mats out, we all laid down, we got to choose our spot so we could lay next to people who we thought were our friends. So it was like a big deal, like who we laid next to in my kindergarten class. So I laid next to this girl who I thought we were friends. We would play on the playground. And she had this like cloth doll. And we were allowed to have a pillow, a blanket. No blanket. A pillow and then a little toy to sleep with. So she had her doll, but she was hiding sewing pins in her doll.
Oh, shit.
And she would get the sewing pins out and she would poke people and stab them. And then she'd hide it back in the doll. And when the other kid would like be like, teacher, this girl is stabbing me, she'd go, with what?
Oh my God.
And like as a kindergartner, you couldn't like articulate, well, she hid it. I was just like, well, she was stabbing me.
I'm gonna beat her ass.
Yeah, I don't even think there was any resolution.
Do you remember her name?
I do. I was protecting her identity.
What's her first name?
Becca.
Fuck you, Becca.
Becca.
Becca, I hope you get stabbed with a sewing pin.
And you know what? She kind of, I don't know that she was, but she, in retrospect, was a horse girl. Like vibes. And it tracks. Stabbing people during nap time, horse girl. I see it all making sense. Kind of like how they say, like, if you had eczema or really bad acne, that's, like, part of the same genotype as, like, having OCD or something. I don't know. I saw it on TikTok.
I went to school with an actual horse girl who, like, was a horse. She had horses. She loved her horses.
She was a horse. Wait, you said she was a horse.
She
literally was a horse.
I didn't even think about it that hard. Why am I like...
Okay, and it's also incredibly problematic that she was a horse and she had horses. Like, the implications there...
I can keep talking.
You know, what I can respect about a horse girl is their ambition. Because they're always, like, they have a goal. Like, first of all, the daily level of care, like, for a horse... I'm trying to stall so Dagan will recover, but she's still laughing. She literally... Okay, a tear, I'm not even kidding you. A tear literally just fell from her cheek. I saw it hit her dress, all because she said that the girl was a horse.
Well, now I'm just thinking about this girl.
And you're thinking about, what if she was a horse?
No, I'm just thinking about, like... Here, we're gonna add this to the set.
Yeah, you need it.
No, I'm just thinking about her and... like this... I also, like... I can't say her name because it's, like...
It's specific?
It was like a...
Wait, tell me and we'll get rid of it. We won't put it in the episode.
She is so camp. Her name was... Like, what the fuck? But the real camp thing is
It's a nature name.
No,
it's a nature
okay.
name.
So her name was but she went by like, what?
Now that is some middle of nowhere Missouri bullshit if I've ever heard it.
But you, like, literally said, like, the whole acne thing and, like, how the two of those things, like track together. She would literally
Okay,
be...
wait. I didn't say that being a horse girl and having acne track. I saw a TikTok that, like... having acne and having, like, OCD... Like, having specifically really bad cystic acne as a teenager or any other, like, eczema type of skin condition...
I'm gonna have to, like, step out of frame, but keep talking.
That coincides with, like, having... OCD or something. Anyway, I saw it on TikTok, so there's no way, no confirmation that that's real. But I'm just saying that is similar to whatever the fuck we were talking about with a horse girl. Being a horse girl coincides with, I don't remember what my point was.
I don't know, but she was a horse girl. She literally would, like, pop her pimples and literally eat them. Like...
Okay, what grade was this?
I can't
How old
get
were you? How old were you? Okay, also, were you friends with this girl, or did you just know her?
I just knew her. We were in like music appreciation
Not
together.
music appreciation. Yeah, you know that horse girl in music appreciation? Like,
When we had to get like parental consent to watch Ren.
well, did you learn to appreciate music?
Sure. What is your earliest memory of school?
Probably also first day of kindergarten.
Yes.
I remember we had recently moved to the state. Everything was really new, and so my mom dropped me off, and there were a bunch of books in the middle of the table. So I picked one of the books, and I was like, I knew my mom was leaving, but I was going to manipulate her, and I was going to say, well, don't you want to read me this story? And my mom obviously was like, no, it's literally drop off. I'm leaving. So my mom left, and I was a little bit upset by that. But there was this teacher's aide who she was like, she helped like all the teachers on the hallway, and she was kind of walking around like, what?
Just keep going.
I remember this teacher's aide, she was walking around and she was like trying to console the kids who were upset because their parents had left, right? You? Yeah. And so this book that I had picked was a book about owls. And it said the owls can turn their head all the way around. And I said, yeah, I can too. And this, literally, and this woman was like, no, like we can turn our heads to the side, but we can't turn our heads like all the way around. And so I sat there and I said, watch me. And I literally tried to turn my head all the way around, and I was convinced that I did it. Like I was convinced that I had looked all the way behind me.
I remember one time telling my kindergarten teacher that my mom was getting a pap smear that day. And when my mom came to pick me up, the teacher walked me to the car and was like, so, how was your pap smear? My mom was like,
excuse me.
What the fuck? Oh, Dagan just told me that you're getting a pap smear today. I had no fucking idea what a pap smear was.
Insane of your teacher to go up to your mom and ask her how the pap
That's also
smear
just
went.
like camp.
It is
like
camp.
I would do that. Like, yeah, your kid literally told me you were getting a pap smear.
When I was in second grade.
Just means I overheard her talking about getting a pap smear.
Right, and you said, let me tell everybody. When I was in second grade, I had a box set of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe book series.
Oh, period.
Right? So I'm pretty sure we had like watched the movie in class. And so everybody knew what it was. Everybody was like into it. We thought it was really cool. The movie had just come out-ish, maybe. So it was cool.
Yeah.
Literally, people were like, can I borrow this book? So I was like, okay, well, here's how this is going to work. For a 25-cent fee, you can temporarily check out a book from my Narnia box set.
So Jimmy's library.
So, yes, I made a little library, and there was a fee for the library card, which I hadn't even read them yet.
Right, and they were in
I got
high
them.
demand.
Yeah, it was like a birthday present or something, but I saw the opportunity and I took it. So this girl wants to read, so she gives me 25 cents, a quarter, and is like, okay, she checks out one of the books. She uses her milk money, right, to purchase the pass.
Right.
But this little girl decides that she's still going to go through the milk line even though she knows she doesn't have money for milk.
Yeah.
Now, side eye, first of all.
Literally.
Because she goes and she tells the teacher, she goes, I don't have enough for milk. Well, my first thought, why the fuck did you get in line then?
Right.
But the teacher goes, well, why not? And she goes, well, I wanted to read this book, so I bought a library card from Jimmy. My second grade teacher, who was an evil, conservative woman from Arkansas who made us say Bible verses, she called the principal's office. She said that I was extorting students, blackmailing students.
Blackmail?
Right.
Blackmail?
So she literally goes to the principal and tries to like make sure there's some sort of action taken against
disciplinary
me.
tactic.
Disciplinary action. And I was a good kid. Like I was one of those kids that like
you were a teacher's kid.
Yeah, I was shaking in my mom was a teacher, so I was shaking in my boots that I was even the thought of me being in trouble.
Right.
You could literally say, hey, give her the quarterback. And if you don't want to loan your books out, don't loan them out.
Right.
But in school, you can't charge people for it.
Right.
And that would have been all that needed to happen. But she was really just an evil person.
Yeah.
And she, like, wanted me to get in trouble.
Like, not a
And the
teachable moment for a child.
Right. And the principal, like, wouldn't get me in trouble.
Yeah.
Because the principal was like, this doesn't, like, there's really no reason for me to, like,
Right.
get this kid. Like, if the kid is, like, willing to give the money back and, like, sounds like there was no ill intent. But she was so dissatisfied that I wasn't getting in trouble that the principal had to appease her by coming and speaking to the class about extortion. I was extorting the girls.
Oh, yeah, extorting the girls.
When I was in middle school, I saw people are, like, caring about the stores their clothes come from now. So I was like, all right, I need to go shop at Hollister and Aeropostale now because that's an American Eagle because that's where everyone else is shopping. And I remember that level of consciousness. Like, I wasn't making choices because, ooh, this is what I want to do. I was very much like, okay, I'm noticing what other people are doing. Other people are making intentional choices. Let me make some intentional choices. All the way through high school, even, I was very much trying to not stir the pot when it came to, like, my expression. So compared to your experience, I think
I was queer as fuck.
It was very
literally
opposite.
was queer as fuck.
I was definitely dressed gay. Like, baby, I was wearing the pre-distressed t-shirts from H&M, the short shorts from Forever 21. Like, I was dressing as gay as it got in Springfield, Missouri in 2015, but I was, like, holding myself back.
Right.
A lot.
Let's go back to, like, 2008 when I was in, like, 8th grade, 9th grade, like, Hot Topic.
Slay.
Like, me and all my friends wore, like, Hot Topic, Rue 21.
I remember
Deb,
being scared
Charlotte Rue
of all the big middle schoolers that were, like, Hot Topic kids.
Right. I was definitely, like, I guess you could say, like, baby goth. Because I was never necessarily, like, tied to an aesthetic. Looking back at photos of myself, like, bitch, I literally had hair like you're wearing, but, like, blue and black. And, like, I shaved my eyebrows off.
You did crazy things. You were very, like,
expressive.
Very MySpace.
Yes, very MySpace. And it's also funny how, like, that caught on even where I was at in such a small town. And there was, like, a prevalent, like, scene of, like, emo kids or, like, goth or whatever. Like, I was in fucking 7th grade at that time. And these people are, like, about to go into high school, but they seemed so much older than me. If that makes sense.
Did you do any, like, extracurriculars in high school? Like, what was your...
In high school, show choir was my bag.
That was your thing?
Yes. That's where I met Diabetes, was in show choir when we were, like, 16. I literally... Her and her fucking, literally, girlfriend are, like, walking down this hallway. And I was literally like, hi, gay. Walk for me. And I, like, mimicked her walk. And then... Yeah, we've just known each other since. We ran into each other at the...
Were you an award winner? Like, what was your...
So, I remember my first year of show choir getting booed off stage.
Damn.
Like, getting booed off stage.
Was it queerphobia, or were you actually...
No, it was, like, the whole choir getting booed off stage because we were just, like...
That is camp. That's camp. Wait, so, like, other kids were booing you?
Yes, like, it was bad. And then every year... We got better because we got a new director. Shout out to Carthage High School alumni, Katie Krieger, who is probably at this point 10-year. Yeah, I mean, work diva. She's an icon. She whipped that.
So that first year when you got booed, you had a bad director.
Not even a bad director. He was just more of like amazing vocalist who was great, but also like couldn't get in there and like show you how to fucking. Oh, he was just like an old man that was ready to retire.
Right.
He didn't have like the...
What was his reaction to you getting booed off stage?
Oh, like literally Winnie the Pooh. Like a big teddy bear.
Shut up.
Like love him.
Barely.
He was so sweet.
Barely gave a fuck, honestly.
Barely gave a fuck. Like I auditioned with See You Again by Miley Cyrus and he was like, you're in. I'm like, okay, duh.
And you're like, that gives me... Like,
it's
that's
just
hilarious. I wish I could see that. I wish it was recorded somewhere.
Yeah, but then when Mrs. Krieger took over, she is an icon. She's a legend. Like they're getting trophies all the time now. Like they have cases. Also,
did you win any awards though?
Yes.
What did you win?
We got like first.
What was your prize
I was
accomplishment?
getting like best solo. I remember I got like best soloist or like duet for doing like Glee's version of "Don't Stop Believing" in our set.
Slay.
Also, it was fun like being in show choir because you have like you have your opener, and then there's like another song, and then it's like
I wasn't a show choir
a
girly.
bowl. It's like the boys number, and then like
Okay.
a ballad, and then
There's
the
like an
girls
order.
number, and the
There's
finale.
there's like a way that you do it.
Yes, so obviously, like, I wasn't really.
Were you in the boys number?
Yes, I was in the boys' number, and it was like I wasn't really like necessarily fighting it. I was just like, okay, like I'll do it, work.
Right.
And there's judges, obviously, like sitting there on mics, like literally talking into a mic like we are right now, giving you notes that you listen to afterwards.
Oh, okay. So not as you're performing.
I mean, as you're performing, you're not hearing it, but they're on a microphone while you're performing. Like,
Imagine
giving
if
you
like they had the
notes.
mics turned on the speakers,
That
so
would be
as you were
iconic.
performing,
Right. But we would get like notes back and we'd have to listen to them, and they'd be like, "This girl that you have in the boys number, like,
Yeah.
all these boys need to like match her energy.
That's so
Like,
funny.
she's kicking all their asses," and it would piss so many people off.
Right.
Fuck you.
We're gonna have to.
Fuck you, bitch. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. Did you do any extracurriculars in school? And debate doesn't count.
Okay. Well, yeah. I was a speech and debate girly.
Period.
I think it was like the first time I did something and really succeeded in it and could be like, oh, look at me. I'm a hot fucking shit.
Right.
So I put everything into it. Like when I was in high school, I spent all of my time and energy on preparing for speech and debate tournaments. And then Fridays and Saturdays were always taken up by going to speech and debate tournaments. I did an event that was humorous interpretation, which is where my drag name comes from, where you take like a piece of theater, like a written script, you cut it into a 10-minute version of the story, and then you perform it. And there's a humorous category, there's a dramatic category, there's a duo category for two people.
So you and Jimmy?
Right. So Jimmy the Antichrist was a play that I did in speech and debate, and I ended up making it to like top 25 or something like that my freshman year in high school. And it was a story about coming out of the closet. In retrospect, I spent way too much time doing it. I was a trophy getter. I was very successful because I spent all my time
I want that
preparing
trophy.
for it. Yeah. I'm glad I did it. Like, I'm glad that I had something I cared about like that. But I kind of like wish that I had been more social in high school. And
You wish you would have slacked off a little more?
yeah, I like worked too hard, I think.
You wish you would have been me, and like literally it doesn't matter. And
I wish we'd had show
got a
choir.
2.9 GPA, and look, we're both in Chicago in the same apartment.
We're literally doing the same thing. All in all, I'm glad that I'm not in school anymore.
Same. I moved too many schools, too many times, lost too many friends, and I literally only. Do I even talk to anyone from school? I mean, my bestie that tattoos me, Jessica. That's literally
I have a few friends.
it.
I have a few friends that I still
Right.
talk to from school, but all in all, I think mostly I don't talk to those people
Yeah.
anymore. Like,
As we go,
yeah, it's a time and a place,
we remember. Cool.
and we don't really have anything in common. So it's like, why would we?
Yeah, we literally, you and I have nothing.
We have
in common.
nothing in common.
Nothing at all.
An address. We actually have
Horse
an address.
girl.
We have an address in
Go
common.
cry, go cry, horse
Yeah,
girl.
literally
Eat your
go cry about
pimples,
it.
bitch.
Are you ready to close it up?
Yes, I'm Dagan Michelle,
I'm Jimmy Anti.
and this has been Dagan and Jimmy.
are in
in
the
and this is Dagan and Jimmy are in the green room.
In the green room.
Dagan and Jimmy
Are in the green room.
Dagan
And Jimmy
are
in
in the green,
green
room.
room. I think that's it. Produced by Jimmy Anti.
And not me. You can follow me at Dagan Michelle. That's DaegenMichelle.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Jimmy Anti. That's JimmyAnti.